Well, hey there. I am Jennifer Roskamp, a certified life coach and homeschool mom of 9 who is passionate about helping women just like you embrace the here and now while also being focused on creating the life you actually want. In reality, it's not about thinking life will get so much better or so much easier when you fill in the blank. Let's work on creating a life you love now. So let's dive in and get started on redefining Supermom to be someone who is present, intentional, and content rather than perfect in our homes, in our lives, and in our own skin. Let's get started. This is the Intentional Mom Podcast.
Well, hey, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Way to go for listening to this and starting your week off with a little bit of pre-loaded vitamins, if you will. Maybe problem solvers. That's what you'll find in these mantras. I am Jennifer Rothkamp, your host, and I love mantras. They are so empowering. Mantras are truths that they're statements, sometimes they're questions, but they are 100% designed to be a tool that will allow you to do what I say as a life coach is so important to do as people. If you want to live a life of intention, if you want to create this beautiful, amazing life that only you can do for yourself, mantras are going to be a great way, a great tool to have in your arsenal if you live on planet Earth. Because if you live on planet Earth, there is no shortage of opportunities for life to come in and mess with your plans. And so often when life messes with our plans, we feel like a victim. And mantras help you move from that backseat to the driver's seat. That's what I love to talk about as a coach. That should be what we all are striving to do, which is be in the driver's seat. Because when you are in the driver's seat, you get to say where you're actually going. If you think about times that you might have been in an Uber situation, I have plenty of times in my life where I am in an Uber. And if you think about it, you really kind of are a little bit of a victim there, right? Of course, there's all kinds of safety measures, and there's great things you can do to make sure that you are safe and to make sure that you are actually getting to where you need to go. But at the really distilling it down, you are a victim to that Uber driver. Wherever you end up is 100% at the end of the day. And when push comes to shove, it's 100% dependent on that Uber driver. Well, we don't want to be a passenger in an Uber when it comes to life. So mantras are a great way of helping you move from the back seat where life often puts you. A lot of people don't even recognize that there is a back seat. A lot of people don't even recognize that in their own life, they are along for the ride. Who wants to be along for the ride? No, I want to say, and I hope you want to say, this is where I'm going. Does that mean that it's going to be a straight path? And that there's not going to be, maybe you've seen that meme before where it shows like, this is where I am and this is where I'm trying to go, or this is where I was and this is how I got there. And it's not a straight line, right? It's this curved, huge messy line that's all over the place. That is the way that life, that is going to be what your path looks like. It's not going to be a straight shot. But the idea is that when life throws you off track, you have these mantras to help pull you back onto the path that's going to take you to where you're trying to go. So this one is a real eye-opener, this mantra, and it serves as a great reminder that we live on planet Earth and life often has different plans. This one really helps you. It serves that as a reminder so that we don't have to be shocked by it. We don't have to be stuck in being upset that life has thrown us off track, that we've been dealt a hand that perhaps we don't like. It happens. It happens to you. It happens to me. It's happened to you in the past. It's probably going to happen to you in the future. But this is a great mantra that serves as a great reminder so that we don't have to allow it to shock us, to surprise us, and we don't have to stay stuck. When we get these curveballs, these detours, we get thrown directly off the path. We don't have to allow it to monopolize our future. So here's the mantra. No day is a good day to be uncomfortable. There's going to be very few situations in which you say, you know what? I am really looking forward to this hard thing today. I am really looking forward to this challenge. Sure, we can take ownership of our mind that way, and we can apply that in a mantra sort of way. And it would be super smart to do that. But your go-to, the thought that pops into your mind when you have something really challenging, really hard, something that's going to make you really uncomfortable today, when you are looking that in the face, you're probably not going to say, yippee. I'm so excited that this is what my day looks like. But you can apply this mantra and remind yourself that, you know what, no day really is going to be a good day to be uncomfortable. You don't have to be excited about being uncomfortable. The reality is when you face something in your day, in your week, in your month, in the next hour that you know is going to make you uncomfortable, the reality of that situation is that in almost all cases, even though it's uncomfortable, you're going to have to just do it anyway. You can't sit on the one side and say, yeah, that's uncomfortable. I think I'm not interested in doing that. There's going to be a lot of times where you look and you are facing something uncomfortable and you're just going to have to do it anyway. But here's something that's really cool to think about. This is kind of a little bit of a bonus coach training for you today. Discomfort does always have a positive side too. Discomfort isn't all bad. That's actually going to be something that I'm sure appears in a mantra that I share here with you at some point. There's a little bit more to unpack there. But for now, know that the anticipation of being uncomfortable will rarely be a feeling that you desire. Most of us don't raise our hand and say, yes, here's to being uncomfortable, right? There's going to be contexts in which you can, again, take ownership of your mind and apply that thought to it, but it's not going to be your natural reaction. It's not going to be, yay, I'm so excited to be uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable doing hard things, your brain is wired to talk you out of doing things that make you uncomfortable. Your brain's job is to keep you comfortable. It's to keep you safe and avoid danger. It's to help you experience happiness. And if you're looking at things that your brain says, yeah, that's not going to make you happy, don't do it. That's going to be what your brain says because its job is to keep you feeling happy. Another thought for another day is we don't always want to be happy though. So much to unpack here. But realize that there is rarely going to be a time that you don't have to override your brain in a situation where you are going to be called upon to do something uncomfortable. Your brain is always going to be throwing all of these reasons not to do it at you. And it will have a whole lot of those. But remind yourself, you know what? No day is a good day to be uncomfortable. But I can do it anyway. I can face this anyway. I can do this thing anyway. I cannot do this thing anyway. I can go here. I can talk to that person. I can put myself out there. Whatever it is. No day is going to be a day where you are probably feeling rip-roaring and ready to go when there's discomfort in your path. But this one will help you face that. So that's what I've got for you today. Make it an awesome Monday.